Wait, I got an alert YouTube side that the not receiving enough video. Is there like a bandwidth issue? Did I? Oh God, I'm so overexposed. Hold on. Is there a bandwidth issue? Does the stream look okay to you guys? Hold on, let me fix my overexposure real quick. Hello, welcome everyone. I've been hectically like packing and cleaning my house all day trying to prep for this Taiwan trip. I'm gonna be out for like over 2 weeks. So my plants all need attention. I had to find the plant sitters. I'm gonna miss Sapporo so much. Oh my God, it's still so overexposed. Hello? Is that better? I think that's a little better. Okay. You look yellow. I do. I look jaundiced. Actually, that's racist. You can't just call an Asian person yellow. Sorry, I couldn't help but jump on the opportunity. One of my favorite recent gags. Do not do this to somebody who's not comfortable with it, obviously. But one of my, oh shit, Kami, thank you for 5 gift subs. I appreciate it. Not gonna let you out of town without this. Thank you, I appreciate it. You've given me spending money for buying more tea. Thank you. I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to get enough tea that maybe we can do like a tea gotcha giveaway of some sort for holidays this year. I don't know if I'll do postcards again. We'll see. I'm not sure. Am I out of focus? Yo, we just started and this is already shaping up to be one of the messiest streams I've done in a hot minute. It's like I've forgotten how to stream. It's only been a week and I've forgotten. I'm jealous. I just got back from Taiwan in August. Oh my God, isn't it like hella hot and humid in August too? You're strong for going at that time. We went last year it was like the last week of September and it was already so unbearably hot and humid. I was like, I can't do this, guys. Like, I came back and I think I told you guys about this. I woke up in the middle of the night to go use the restroom, as you do, and as I swiveled off the bed and my feet touched the floor was wet. And I was like, do we have a leak? And it wasn't a leak. It was condensation. It was literally so humid. And we had the AC blasted at like peak power. And it was so humid that the condensation made the floor like slick with water. Like that's how fucking insanely humid it was. Stream on YouTube looks fine. Tofree, thank you for checking. I appreciate it. Is it Toffree or Tofree? It was so hot. I was there from June to August, was dying. That's a long time to be there too. I'm assuming you have family there then if you're there for that long. Or were you working maybe? That's some Florida shit. Wait, that happens in Florida? Ew. I've never been to Florida as an adult. The last time I was in Florida, I was 2 years old. Gabby, hello! Taiwan! Ionic Eagle, welcome. Tofree. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Tofree. I live everything you're talking about. Oh, is it love? I love everything you're talking about? Wait, what do you mean? I'm not understanding. Hype train! Thank you for the hype train. Finally catching one of your streams. This is about the best topic in the world. Tea! Wait, okay. I actually have tea steeping today. I'm most excited. Cheers. I'm most excited for, specifically, I want to get a bunch of oolong black tea. So like oolong leaves, but processed into black teas. If you understand what it's like, Jochu Hongmei is like the black tea version of Dragonwell. I want that, but for oolong, because my friend went in, I think it was like late last year or early this year, and she brought me back a little pack of like black Ying, and it was fire. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. So unfortunately, it was just a small packet. So I'm going to go with my my current plan. I'm not done packing yet. My flight is in like 5 hours. I got some time. After stream, I'm gonna put everything in my carry-on, and then I'm gonna put my carry-on in a larger piece of luggage, and then I'll just like cram the cracks in with like probably, I don't know, extra jackets or sweaters or something. And then, oh shit, good reminder. I just realized I need to bring an umbrella because I have my raincoat but not. Oh, and this is how my whole day has been. Is like, oh right, and then there's this, and then there's that. What I just remembered was this is my China phone it has a Chinese phone number. Don't forget that. Okay. So frantic today. Anyways, hello. I just got back from Banff 2 days ago, so I'm very upset right now that I have to fly out again. I'm so bad with tea stuff. All I know are from boba. I mean, that's not bad, especially because nowadays, like, fancy boba is such a thing. Hope it doesn't look sus for TSA. The nested... Wait, Topher, are you talking about my nested bags? I'm so ready to learn. I am too. I don't know very much at all. So all I know about Taiwanese tea, oh, for those of you just joining us, welcome. We are researching Taiwanese teas today. I'm going specifically to 2 tea growing regions in Taiwan. One is Alishan, which is the famous like high mountain tea place. Like whenever you hear of Taiwanese high mountain tea, it's usually Alishan, if not always. And I think we're gonna be there 2 days. And then I also have like a day and a half at Sun Moon Lake, which is Yue Tan. Is that the Chinese name? Is it Tan for the body of water? Anyway, Sun Moon Lake, which I believe is known for their green tea, but I drink a lot of high mountain tea, so I know like what it tastes like, but I don't really know a whole lot about like beyond Tieguanyin Gaoshan Cha and like Yue Tan, is it Lu Cha? I'm not even sure. Beyond those basics, I don't actually know very much about Taiwanese tea, and I feel like there's a lot more going on. I would also, if time allows, I have to limit myself to 2 hours today because I do have to go finish packing. But if time allows on stream today, I also want to research Taiwanese coffees, because when I was there last year, very briefly, we were just in transit on the way to Osaka. We like stopped in Taipei for like a day and a half, and during that day and a half, I had some of probably the best coffee of like my life. And I go to like pretentious California coffee roasters. Like I'm not a coffee amateur by any means. So I was sitting there sipping this coffee, like my mind expanding into the universe. Like it was crazy. And that's how I learned that like Taiwan also has like a really hop-in coffee scene right now. I didn't know that until last year. If Ying was a tea, what would it have? If I were a tea, it would be some kind of, okay, you know what? No, it would be in the vein of like a tea that is typically grown for a certain type of preparation method and then made into another one. Like what I was saying earlier about like black oolong teas, I would be like a black oolong or a black longjing or like a black, what was the green tea I really liked recently? Oh, it's from Qingdao. I would be like a Qingdao green tea made into a black tea or made into an oolong. You're so much stronger than me, and I don't think I can handle that much traveling back to back. Yeah, I'm going to die. I'm not stronger than you. I'm just being forced through an unfortunate situation. But it's also fortunate, you know? I'm trying to be grateful about it and not a pissy bitch. Well, let's see. I went to LA the week before last week, and the last week I went to Banff, and then I came back from Banff and I had 2 days, and now I'm leaving for Taiwan. From Taiwan, I'm going to Shanghai. From Shanghai, I'm going to Tokyo. From Tokyo, I'm flying home. I have like 5 days at home, and then I'm going to LA again. 2 days in LA, back at home. I think 4 or 5 more days at home, and then I'm going to Houston. Tired just thinking about it. Like I don't my only solace is like at least while I'm in Shanghai, I don't have to like do anything. I can just like, Shanghai's home. I'm just gonna say hi to my grandparents and take a fat fucking nap. Like those are my only Shanghai plans. I was gonna hit the gay bars on Halloween because I'm gonna be in Shanghai for Halloween. So I was like, I should go clubbing, but like I don't have friends in Shanghai anymore. They've all moved. I was like international school, you know, so everybody's like back in their home country. Nobody's in Shanghai anymore. So I don't have any friends to go with in Shanghai. So I was like, I'm not going to the lesbian bar like alone. So I think I'm probably just gonna stay home. Anyway. Make some tea companions in Shanghai. I feel like making actual friends in Shanghai would require me to like be there a little longer than 5 days, you know. Soloing the rainbow bars, I am not ballsy enough for that. I mean, I guess I am. I don't know if I'm like energetic enough for that after all the travel that I'm gonna be doing. This is, why did you do this to me, as you shoot yourself. Yeah, it's the meme of like the guy riding the bike and then they stick a stick in the wheel and they're like, ah, how could you have done this? Who could have done this? Yeah, I really did. Although, in my defense, I said yes to a lot of things. Like, a lot of these things were tentative and I didn't think they were gonna actually work out. And it's just that they like unexpectedly all kind of worked out. And then I was like, oh, I made my bed and now I must lay in it. Oh, yes, you're right. I have a lot of redeems to catch up on. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay, let me see. What the hell was Balance doing? Balance said, just say hi in a sing-songy voice. Hello! Okay, that's it. I don't know why you would just bomb a bunch of points like that. I guess if you have a bajillion, why not? And then he said Mandarin Chinese, followed immediately by please stop. And then it was Uwu and Posh Brit and Yeehaw. But that was after the please stop. So does that mean you want me to do them? Really makes you think. I love your under eye. Under dye. Oh, thank you, Sage. I was like, under eye? I don't have makeup on. And then I realized you meant these I guess it's faded to like an oranginess, but thank you. I really enjoy the peekaboos also. It's very fun. I like that it pops up right as you're least expecting it. And also, it's not red enough anymore for me to be called Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, Kami said none of it. All right, I'll take that. We have successfully, I was gonna say scammed, but honestly, bro did that to himself. Balance really just showed up and was just like, here's all my points. You can just have them back. Problem solved. Thank you, Kami. Sailor peekaboo color? Wait, really? Oh, because it's like red? For some reason, Sailor in my head is like blue, which I think is probably wrong, but it's been a hot minute for me. Oh, all right, research. So, one issue I'm running into right now is my phone isn't letting me open WeChat, which fucking sucks. And I need WeChat to sign into Xiaohongshu because I need to use Xiaohongshu to actually research Taiwan things because there's fuck all on the Western internet. I like searched around a little bit and it was like not happening. There were a few videos and like tea sourcing vlogs from people who like own tea importers. They're like, well, tea importing company. Sorry, my brain is like fucked today. Tea importing companies who have like been to China or Taiwan or whatever. And I think it's like their Taiwan vlogs from when they were like sourcing. What the You guys are just gonna watch a ghost stream today? I'm sorry, I can't. This is too much for me. Today is too much. The fuck is this? Sage, yes, Jessie's Tea House. Wait, did Jessie do a Taiwan vlog? I did not see it. I do like Jessie. But I was like, I specifically really wanted like Taiwanese locals if I could. But I'm just, oh, my WeChat's working. Okay, it wasn't letting me sign in because I was out of storage. So then I had to like clear my storage, but then we all know how long that takes. And then anyways, sorry, that was the issue. So now I think I can get into 小红书。等一下，我要是想登录的话，是要从哪里扫呢？哦，从这里，试一试哦。等一下，二维码已过期。再来一遍。好嘞。Can the sun fucking... Bro, I'm tired. I'm so tired today. Let me in! Let me in. 有了吗？确认登录。请问小红书 APP？ 为什么？ Why is it so hard Bro, why? Oh, sorry. Should have done this before stream. I thought for sure I could just sign into Xiaohongshu, no problem, you know? Fucking hate the Chinese internet sometimes. Anyway, I love your overlay, so nice. Thank you! I have been using the same overlay since the very beginning. Well, that's not true. That's not true. I've been using this since my VTuber debut, and then I stopped being a VTuber. So, but we're going back. We're going back to VTubing next year, so I'm excited. I'm gonna gun for like a 50-50 split. Heard about Jin Xuan Cha recently. Yeah. Okay. So actually, that's a good point. Is let's start with like a really quick tea primer, because there was like an intro level video that I thought was okay to watch. It was very short from Red Blossom. Red Blossom is one of my favorite local tea sourcers in San Francisco. Taiwanese teas. Here's one. Okay, wait. Let me set up my screen capture. Bro, I'm not. Oh, that's that's YouTube chat. YouTube, say hi. Oh my god, am I breaking TOS accidentally right now? One second. Okay. Perfect. And let me get this to theater mode. Up. All right, let me make it a little bigger. Ka-chow. Okay, I did it. I'm a hot fucking mess today. It's been a minute since I've had a truly scuffed stream, so thank you all for your patience. I'm excited about VTuber 2.0. Me too! Is that heaven? Topher, you're right. We've ascended. All right. So let me maybe mute my BGM real quick. So this is Red Blossom Tea Company. I think this is the person who owns Red Blossom Tea Company, actually.
This video, we're taking a look at Taiwanese teas, including a
Alice.
of its history and famous styles. If you're interested in premium tea, make sure to subscribe to our channel for new videos like this one each week. With this unique combination of subtropical climate,
we watch For the Scuff.
Growing regions, and steep
I hope you don't actually.
Soils, Taiwan is a paradise for tea cultivation. However, interestingly, it is also one of the youngest tea-producing regions in East Asia, with a history dating back only to the 1600s.
I didn't know it was that recent, actually.
Neighboring Fujian and Guangdong provinces in China introduced tea seeds and their knowledge of production. Tea was initially planted in the north part of the island during the Qing dynasty in the late 1600s and primarily served the local Taiwanese market along with limited trade back to mainland China. However, Taiwan's potential as a tea growing region
I'm actually dead ass gonna take notes. Hold up.
By the 1800s, tea cultivation had spread throughout the island.
With like pen and paper too.
From 1895
no notion
to
notes today. No.
Taiwan came under Japanese rule and during this time became a major supplier of tea to Japan and the West. The Japanese also began experiment with oolong and black tea production during this period, which would quickly replace green tea as the most popular Taiwanese styles. By the 1900s, Taiwan had become a major global tea producer, especially regarded for its unique high mountain oolongs and naturally fruity black teas.
Will this be on the test?
Majority of tea
I guess
in Taiwan is
it all comes down to if I get tested in Taiwan.
With the best teas coming from the highest elevation farms.
I've always wondered why elevation was like such a big thing. Oh, she literally has a video about it. Okay.
While most regions within Taiwan focus on oolong production, the area in the middle of the island around Sun Moon Lake is most known for black tea.
Black tea! I was wrong. It wasn't green.
Growing environment and local crafting techniques, Taiwanese teas generally offer more tropical and aromatic flavor profile compared to other regions like China and Japan. Taiwanese oolongs are especially enjoyed for their natural...
Wait, look at the auto sub oolong spelling. Why does it look like that? It's okay, Google's trying.
Creamy and sugarcane-like flavor.
Yeah.
While Taiwanese black teas often have a naturally sweet taste like...
There's like a certain grassiness that Taiwanese high mountain oolongs are really good for, and the grassiness is actually, I was told it's actually really off-putting for a lot of people. Like my mom always tells me that my favorite tea isn't a tea I should just give away to my friends all the time because not everyone's gonna like it. And I was always like very offended when she said that because I was like, are you saying I have bad taste? You know, and she was like, I'm saying you have unconventional taste. But I get really like up in arms. I get it now. I get it now. It's true. She's absolutely correct. The grassiness is sometimes like, how can I say it? I love for my teas to taste like a freshly mowed lawn. And most people don't want that. So I didn't think it would be that odd of an opinion, but
Honey
it is what
and
it
dried
is.
fruit. To learn more about
The honey
our
flavor
range of
really comes
premium
through in
teas, visit
Taiwanese black teas.
redblossomtea.com. Make sure you leave a like and comment below if you found this video helpful.
I'm a big fan of Red Blossom for what it's worth. Okay, hold on. Let me resize the window a little first. It's like cropping kind of funny. Ooh. Okay, and then I wanted to see, Pear Zero also. Let's see. I was looking. Oh, Elevation. This is the one she was mentioning.
Hi everyone. In this video, we're taking a look at how elevation
Animal House,
affects the
welcome.
flavor of your tea. If you're interested in premium tea, make sure to subscribe.
Is
to
it the
our
flavor
channel
of the
for new
milk
videos.
oolongs? Oh my god. So milk oolongs are actually like kind of a, how should I put it? When you're buying milk oolongs in the West, like outside of Asia, they're often flavored. They'll put, I believe it's like straight up lactose. They add it into the tea. And so it gives it this like milky, creamy flavor. But it's, I think, in my opinion, a waste of a good milk oolong, which means that it's probably not a very good milk oolong that they're making. But milk oolong naturally has the flavor of like a milky taste to it. But it's very subtle. So I think that's why in the West, when you're usually shopping around for milk oolongs, they have like added flavor agents, is because people in the West kind of expect a milk oolong to actually taste milky. And it's just, let's just say that I've been to a lot of different like tea festivals or tea shops or whatever where I tasted their milk oolong and I was like, oh my god, like that's really strong. And then I'm like, is there anything added to this? And then these bitches, they lie to my face. They look me dead in the eye and they're like, oh no, we don't add any flavors to that. And I'm like, okay. That just tells me I can't trust literally anything else in your shop. It can get quite prominent, but like it's still on the subtle side. So when it's like in your face, 100% it's like some fake additive. Like I'm really very opinionated about milk oolongs because I think they taste so good when they're like that subtle, light, creamy flavor. And it like really pisses me off that a lot of these Western tea producers are adding shit to it. Perfectly good tea, adding shit to it. This reminds me of my liking of ginger root gum that I used to get at my local Chinese shop that tasted like minty dirt. What is ginger root gum? Was it spicy? Noted, will stay away as lactose intolerant. Well, I don't know if it actually triggers lactose intolerant people at all. But I've seen some shops actually just disclose it on the label. Also, like not everyone tries to lie to you about it. So I've never found one I could think genuine. Feels unicorny. Yeah, I agree with that, Sage. Especially in the West. I think in China or in Taiwan, I've been able to find some decent ones. Is that true? Let me think back. No, I don't think I've ever personally found one, actually. I think every good milk oolong I've had was like a gift from a friend coming back from Taiwan. Like they bought it when they were in Taiwan and then they brought it back for me. I don't know that I've ever like found my own.
Like this one each week. Since ancient China, tea connoisseurs have understood that tea.
I didn't know Red Blossom did such like high production value videos,
on
actually.
flatland farms. There are several reasons for this. Mountains provide the steep, well-drained soil that the tea plants prefer, helping them to thrive. Mountains also affect sun exposure, with steep ravines and angled slopes helping to limit daytime sunlight hours, causing tea plants to grow slower and develop a more concentrated flavor. Mountains are also typically more rural and biodiverse areas, offering a pristine growing environment, shield from the agricultural and industrial pollution.
I had heard that like Yungwu cha, for example, is grown at such a high elevation that it's like always sort of enveloped in the fog, and that gives the leaves like a really sort of delicate, like sun protected flavor. They never get like hardy, you know what I mean, under the sun.
Often found in the flatland and urban areas.
But I didn't realize that like
perhaps most
hilliness
importantly,
and sun
mountains
exposure
offer
being
elevation,
limited because
which
of
has a
it.
dramatic influence on the taste of tea. High
That's
mountain
cool.
tea gardens provide a cooler climate year-round, not only because of their altitude, but also the presence of alpine cloud cover.
Ah,
which
yes, the
further
cloud
limits
cover, exactly.
sunlight and
云雾场.
lowers the temperature, decelerating plant growth
This is the only
and
part I knew.
increasing flavor development. This effect is
It's
most
more of like a
notable
green
in
tea
teas
thing in
grown
my experience,
Taiwan,
though.
a country which hosts some of the world's highest elevation tea growing regions. Dominated by a large central mountain range, the island
Wait,
of
does that mean I'm
Taiwan
gonna get
produces
elevation
a vast
sickness?
range of teas, from mass-produced teas grown on flat land, farms at sea level, to some of the world's most coveted varieties grown almost at tree line, nearly 9,000
Jesse does have some
feet
cool
above
videos of his
sea
Taiwan
level.
trip. Oh,
One of the
okay.
best
I can
ways
take a
to
look at them.
appreciate the influence of elevation on flavor is to do a side-by-side tasting of Taiwanese oolongs produced at different altitudes. For example,
Why is it
Dongdi, a
constantly
classic
spelling it like that?
everyday oolong tea, is harvested
Wait,
roughly.
what did she say?
For example, Dongdi, a classic everyday oolong tea, is harvested.
Was that 东鼎? 东鼎 oolong. Eh! Oh, that'd be 东鼎. 东鼎 oolong. Translation of 东鼎 is frozen summit. Oh, 东 as in frozen and 鼎 as in like 山顶. So like the peak. It's the name of the mountain. They were brought to Taiwan from from Yishan. What? Wait, let me show you guys this this page. This tea that she's talking about right now that isn't getting spelled properly by the auto subs is this one. I'll zoom in a bit for you guys. Oh, peak mention. Wait, Xin variety is crazy. You can say I'm drinking peak. Yeah, I guess so. You're right. Okay, sure. Let me write that down. 东鼎. That's fucking traditional. I can't. What is that in what is that in, hold on, 东鼎 tea. What is that in simplified? 东鼎蜜香. Oh, is this one of the honey scented ones? Damn, guess I'm just fucking fresh out of luck. All right. I can write traditional. 东鼎. 好嘞. 东鼎. From Wuyi. I really didn't expect that. But I guess I never paused to think, like, where did Taiwan's tea plants come from? Oh, yes. Thank you, Hatamisu. Dong. Okay, cool. I got the simplified. Similar to Darjeeling or Pu'er, the name Dongting originally meant that this tea was grown only on the mountain of the same name. I didn't know that Pu'er was like a location thing. However, as the popularity of this tea spread, producers began to grow it in other parts of Taiwan while maintaining the processing style characteristic of Dongting. Therefore, you can now find Dongting tea that does not come from Dongting Mountain. It is important to pay attention to labels on the packaging to find out where the tea is grown. Huh. I guess like a lot of Wuyi and Cha have like protected names for that reason.
Harvested roughly 1,000 feet above sea level and offers a crisp vegetal and floral taste. Alishan, one of Taiwan's most famous oolong teas, is grown further into the mountains, nearly 5,000 feet above sea level.
Ooh!
At this elevation, the tea begins to develop a distinct creaminess to its taste, texture, and finish that simply isn't found in lower elevation crops.
Huh.
Alishan and Fuzhou grown even higher at around 7 and
The auto subs are taking me out. Okay, let me just listen for what she said.
texture and finish that simply isn't found in lower elevation crops. Alishan and Fuzhou grown.
Oh, her pronunciation's a little challenged, but is it like Lishan? Lishan? In should I just Google it? Alishan, Taiwan? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's see what tea they grow. Oh, it's just called Alishan Oolong. Is there a... can I get a Wikipedia page? Karma, what's up? Oh, is it Lishan? No wonder. She was like Lishan, and I was like, I've never once heard of Lishan in my life. Hey, yo! We got a whole... You know what? Maybe I could just read. Hold on. Zoom in. Oh, God. That was maybe too much. I just want you guys to be able to read what I'm seeing. I think that's okay, right? It's not blocking anymore. Karma, welcome. No worries. Good to have you. Okay, I'm looking for Li Shan. Is it Li Shan? Or Li Shan? That looks like the pear Li. Hold on. Oh, I don't have my extension. Did she say Alishan? No, she said Lishan. I think it's Li. I think it's second tone. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Lishan. I was right. It is the same character as for pear. Grown near Lishan Mountain in the north-central region of Taiwan, this tea is very similar in appearance to the Alishan teas. Also high elevation. Ooh. 大屿岭 Hindsight? Is that your friend, Ivy Online? Welcome. I see Alishan, I immediately get the song in my head. There's an Alishan song? Oh, I have heard of Baozhong. I actually didn't know that was Taiwanese. Wait, who needs a video when you got all the... Wait, hold on, they got Dancong? Wait, they got Dancong in... What? Oh, no, I'm crazy. I'm on the Oolong article. I was about to say, like, since when did Taiwan grow Dancong tea? That's insane. Okay. Let's see. Oh, of course, yes. Good luck on your research final. Thanks for hanging out. Don't mind me, I'm just watching. Okay, we were looking at Dongting earlier. I don't think I'm going... Am I going to Nantou? I feel like I went last year. No, that's somewhere else. Oh, thank you for the stretch redeem. Kyotograph? How do I pronounce your name? Thank you. Okay. I needed that. I appreciate it. Let me actually do a quick tea steep also. Got my thermos. Okay. I guess if I'm just reading, I can bring my BGM back. Excuse me. 东方美人 is the one that's always translated as Oriental Beauty, and I get really like grossed out. But it's really popular in like boba places. Have you guys seen 东方美人 in the boba spots you go to? I always look at the menu and I'm like, oh yeah, can I get an Oriental Beauty? Feels bad, man. Pronounce Kyotograph. Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you for confirming. While reading, one forgets to stretch. Always without fail. Such is the laws of life, actually. Okay. What the hell are terpenes? Crucial biosynthetic building blocks, hydrocarbons produced by plants, particularly conifers. Natural rubber. Okay, so like what? Basically it smells a certain way or what? Tactilely light oils, less viscous than familiar vegetable oils, local irritants, can cause gastrointestinal disturbances. I'm sorry, excuse me, are you telling me that if I drink Dongfang Meiren, I'm gonna get gastrointestinal distress? Isn't this sap? I guess? But apparently it's like there's a high amount of it in Donghua tea. I didn't know that. It's the way it's processed? It's attacked by this insect. Wait, so then if you cultivate Donghua, like if you're a Donghua farmer, do you have to make sure that you have this insect or it won't taste right? Like ladybugs, but evil? The tea is picked in summer at lower elevations. This is the environment most likely to attract these types of... Oh my god, so it really is. You like have to choose an environment that like has a lot of these insects. What the hell? I went through a bag significantly faster than I should have. Did your stomach hurt after? I love learning, being able to sit here and just steep in the info with everyone. Steep! I see what you did there, Sage! No, I agree. I actually really miss doing, sorry, I think the sun is leaving me alone now. The answer was no. The answer was no, the sun is not leaving me alone yet. Okay, I hate how dark my room gets when I close the curtains. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna make that note. Dongfang Meiren. Surely I can remember how to write Dongfang Meiren without having to look that up. Oh, yo, I actually got it. They're easy characters. Okay, Dongfang Meiren. High in terpenes and attacked by Jacid, but that's good actually. Unexpected. I never thought that like being attacked by a bug would result in a certain flavor that is like the one you want. Okay, cool. Today I learned. And then of course Alishan Wulong, the famous one, is large rolled leaves, purple-green appearance when dry, grown at an elevation of 1,000 to 1,400 meters. Short period during the growing season when the sun is strong, sweeter and less astringent brew. That is true. That is what I like it for. It's like grassy without being bitter. Golden yellow tea with a unique fruity aroma. Lishan is near the Lishan Mountains. I actually don't think we're making it out to Lishan this trip. I'm specifically just going to Alishan and Riyuetan, but I'll keep an eye out because I'm sure they sell all of these teas like all over Taiwan, you know. A lot of plant stuff, including the flavor stuff, this is meant to deter animals from eating it. Exactly. Like when I think about it, it makes a lot of sense. I just like never pause to think like, oh, this specific like type of tea only has the flavor it does because it gets targeted by this specific kind of a bug, you know. Okay. And then baozhong is the least oxidized. This has its own page, so we're gonna open it up because I don't know a whole lot about it. It's very lightly oxidized, so that probably means it's like really also green. Not roasted, somewhere between green tea and what is usually considered oolong. So like a really light oolong tea. So then as someone, I really like very lightly roasted Tieguanying teas because I think that's how you get the super grassy flavor out of them. I'm wondering if baozhong might be up my alley as well. Mostly in Fujian. Oh, so that would explain why I didn't think of it as a Taiwanese tea. If it's mostly a Fujian thing, but it's also grown in Taiwan. Oh, it's literally called the wrapped kind. That's hilarious. They wrap the leaves in paper during the drying process. Oh, but they don't do that anymore. Well, so if they don't do that anymore, how do they do it now? Floral and melon fragrance. Picking season. Oh, this is a spring tea. Okay. End of March. So I probably won't have these. Spring teas are very like freshness matters. Before 1873, oolong tea was widely sold, etc., etc. Oh, in Taiwan, here it is. Farmers from Taiwan imported trees and growing techniques from Fujian during the 19th century. The name of baozhong tea means wrapped tea, refers to the former paper package style. The most popular kinds of baozhong tea are from the Kang, probably, and Wenshan regions. It has been produced since about 1885. Today, very little is grown. Wenshan baozhong is also one of the 10 most popular teas in Taiwan. Wait, I'm sorry. Very little is grown, but it's also one of the 10 most popular teas in Taiwan. Like, make it make sense. What? Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna write Wenshan baozhong in my notes. Bibi, hello, welcome. I started taking Mandarin lessons and the teacher was talking about teas yesterday. Oh, Zero, what came up in class? What were you guys covering about the teas? Star Candy, welcome to YouTube side. Yum tea. Similar to a rope, curled up. Deep green color, tiny grayish white spots. Hold on, let's take a look at that. Oh! Yeah, I really like twisted teas. They look really cool. Like, the one I'm having right now is actually one of those. It like has a certain twisty kind of texture to it. It's opened up a little bit now because I've been steeping it. But I love tea too, Vivi. Vivi, do you have a go-to? Actually, everybody in chat, do you guys have like a go-to tea for my fellow tea drinkers? My mom calls them the, what does she call them? 口粮茶. I have like two 口粮茶 that I reach for. Maybe 3 口粮茶 that I reach for all the time. My third one is a maybe because it's a pu'er and I always run out of it. I like have trouble sourcing it. Have you guys heard of the 糯米 pu'er? It's like, glutinous rice pu'er. It has like almost like a genmaicha type like toasted rice flavor to it. And for the longest time, I thought they literally put rice in with this tea when they made it. And then I found out that's not it at all. It's actually like a fungus because pu'er teas are like, they're processed in a way where there's like, I guess it's like a type of fermentation that's happening. And so they come out really musty. And I guess in that type of pu'er that I like, the rice flavor is actually coming from a type of a fungus that grows on the tea while it's processing. I thought it was rice, but it just tastes like rice. Twisted tea isn't just a funny alcohol drink. That's a cocktail? I guess that makes sense. I could see that. Like a Long Island. 4 Seasons, but I usually get fruit tea most times, not straight. Yeah, 4 Seasons does make really good fruit tea because it's so light. Darjeeling. Oh, you had Darjeeling for the first time in Japan? I do think Japanese Darjeeling is better than European Darjeeling in my experience. I think European Darjeelings are like kind of over the top. I really want to try like a proper Darjeeling from like the actual region it's grown in. Is that still in India? I'm actually not sure anymore. Assam is still India, right? And then there's like Nepalese teas also. Or is Darjeeling Nepalese? I forget. I'm not sure. I could Google it literally right now, but I don't want to get distracted. Like ergo bread. What's that? Mystery Mochi likes milk oolong. Do you like the ones that taste really strongly of milk? We were talking about that earlier, about how a lot of milk oolongs have like added flavor. Zen Railgun has a specific morning tea apparently. I anxiously await what that is. You were gifted Alishan black tea. Really like the chocolatey notes. What? Alishan black tea chocolatey notes? I've never heard of this. I'm gonna look it up. Thank you for that. Hold on, let's see. Alishan black tea. Huh. Shandong. Oh! Oh, that looks great. Thank you for introducing that to me. I have never heard of it. Your morning starts with tea study. Oh, that's what you're doing right now. I see. I understand now. Ergo is a corn fungus. Oh, so does it taste like corn or what? DV Music can't pick one tea. That's fair. Oh, it's a Lupicia tea. That's why. Pears, yes. I remember recommending that brand to y'all when we had, what was it? We did a tea time on stream and I think I had like the red maple one. The apple red maple one. It was so good. Lupicia is like, I think it's a really good gateway into nicer teas for people who are like looking to deepen their tea knowledge, but still have a fairly like beginner palate. That's my categorization of Lupicia. So for me, it's a very good gift tea because I think most of my friends are in that realm of like, they've only really had like maybe some slightly nicer tea bags and they want to graduate into more loose leaf teas. But also like diving straight into the deep end of fancy Chinese teas is a little, I think, inaccessible for a lot of people. Like it's a lot of like, oh, that sure do taste like leaf water. Like, what am I supposed to be tasting right now? So Lupicia has such strong flavor notes that it makes it, I think, more exciting for people who are still learning. And you get to treat yourself to a nice loose leaf. So lotus tea, is that a non-caffeinated like herbal tea then? Does it use like lotus leaves or flowers or something? Let's see. Jasmine's and Tieguanying is so hard to pick. Yeah, I do also like the floral ones. That's what I like Tieguanying for as well. But Jasmine I've like started to outgrow. I don't know what happened to me. I used to love them. And now I think like a proper Jasmine is so light and it only lasts like one steep, and then I'm just very like, I need more. So, and then a stronger Jasmine is just fucking bitter, you know, and I'm not into that kind of astringency. It's not for me. So I can only have Jasmine teas like that as milk teas nowadays. It's kind of sad, actually. Your uni's AAPI club had an open house today where they had tons of tea and coffee samples from several countries. Wait, that's awesome! Superfed, did you have a favorite tea or coffee sample? If it's AAPI, was it like a broad spectrum representation then of like many Asian and Pacific Islander nations? Why did Nightbot delete Hui's message? Oh, Vietnamese lotus tea. I got the link, Hui. Sorry, it got fucking deleted. Nightbot's a little trigger happy. There's a Wikipedia page on Vietnamese lotus tea. Okay. It's Vietnamese. Oh, it's a green tea, so it's not decaffeinated. Oh, it's a celebration tea. How cool! I didn't know about this. You allow the green tea to absorb the flower's natural scent. You can stuff the green tea leaves into a flower? Wait! That's cool. It's like marinating them, pulling the entire stamen from the flower, and then jar them overnight with the tea leaves or bake the tea leaves with them. Oh! 1,000 lotus flowers per kilogram of tea? What? That sounds extra as fuck. I love a good, like, extra as fuck tea. It's really satisfying. Very potent. Best brewed under 2 minutes using cooler brew. Oh, so it's like, actually you could cold brew it, interestingly. That's cool! Oh, I actually own this book. I own the Tao of Tea. Oh, no, this is a brand? Question mark? We had teas from China, Japan, South Korea, Thailand, and Turkey, and coffee from South Korea and Vietnam. That sounds so fucking fire. What a fun event. I'm jealous. I want an event like that. My favorite was Maesil Cha from South Korea. I'm gonna look that up. I'm a beginner in this tea thing because it tastes like leaf, bitter, roasted. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, tea beginners are... I think it's really overwhelming being a beginner in the tea space because there's just like so much. It's such a broad category. Like, things that aren't even technically tea, like they're not the Camellia sinensis plant, are still, like, we call it tea. But that's a whole other thing. Yeah. Oh, there you go. This is technically not a tea, but we call it tea. Korean plum tea. Oh, this sounds really comforting. Fresh plums, smoked plums, or plum syrup. Yeah, this sounds like the perfect drink to soothe your stomach. My mom has mistletoe extract. Oh, enjoy. I hope you have a great time with that. Cool. I'm learning about a lot of different teas today, guys. Thank you. Hold on. I'm just making a note from chat. Let me make you guys a little section in my notes. So we got Maesil Cha, which is like a plum. I'll just write like a plum syrup tea. And then the other one was Vietnamese lotus tea. And then the other one that came up was Alishan Village black tea. Okay. There's something satisfying about handwritten notes that I never quite moved away from. Okay. Here we are. Cool. We were just reading about baozhong. Oh, I was getting confused because it was like, oh, they don't grow that much baozhong, but it's also one of the top 10 popular teas in Taiwan. Anyway. Mostly Pinglin near Taipei is crazy. Really? Let me just... Okay. Baozhong. Oh. I'm just gonna write Pinglin Township. Near... Was it Taipei? Okay. And then, what is this? A light variety. 软枝? 软枝? 树枝的枝? Like branch? Like soft branch? Really? branch. Oh, it's literally soft stem. Yeah. A cultivar of tea plant processed into oolong. Yo, this tea is known as Qingxin. Do I have any Genshin Impact fans in chat? Okay. Oh, I think it's a different Qing though. This is the green Qing. It originates from Anxi County in Fujian. Okay, so this is another like tea that, well, I guess all of the teas are imported, but you use this variety to produce Dongding and Donghameer and Baozhong. Wait, what? Wait, so then if the cultivar, wait, why is it its own? Can you call it a varietal if it's a cultivar? Wait, I'm confused. What? I don't get it. I also like peach. Yeah. Oh my god, BB, have you tried the peach flavor tea from, we were talking about Lupicia earlier? Lupicia has a peach oolong that I really like. It has like dried peach peels in it. Delicious. The peach, like, it like perfumes you, but it doesn't taste fake. I really, really enjoy it. My family bought like 10 kilograms each of jasmine and lotus tea when we went back. I get it. I do the same thing every time I go back to China. Qing translates to green. Exactly, exactly. I drink this all the time, says Marissa. Which one? Was it the Meisil cha that we were saying earlier? Ganyu approves. It does sound delicious. It is so good. It is so good. I'm a big Lupicia fan. Who has peach oolong? Lupicia is, I'm gonna type it in chat. That's Lupicia, that's how you spell it. It's a Japanese tea brand, but they do, I would say, mostly Western, God, how do I put this? It's like Western style teas with a Japanese flavor profile. Like they add scents and flavors to the tea that are very, very Japanese in my experience. Like they had those, like the cherry blossom fruit, what are they called? Sakurambo or something like that. They like, there's that flavor. There's like a Fuji apple flavor. There's like the red maples, which doesn't have a flavor. So it's like usually the apple tea, they just put maple leaves in it, like for funsies. I really like their, we just mentioned the peach oolong. They also have also the oolong. It's green grape. What are they called? Muscat. There's a muscat oolong that I also really like. Blazing Asian, hello. What identification for a tea if it's not using the leaf? Well, teas are often in the realm of Chinese tea that I live in. Teas are usually identified by their like place of origin plus preparation method, and then there's usually like a specific name for that kind of a tea. So for example, like Longjing tea is named after the Longjing village, and you grow Longjing teas like all around this, like the entire area grows Longjing teas. There's actually multiple villages that grow it, but there's like the Longjing village that it sort of like it originates from. It's prepared in a very specific way. And so if it's grown in that region and it's prepared in that way, and it's like that same cultivar that everybody's growing, then it's called a Longjing. At the same time, if it's grown in that region and prepared a little differently, then you get a lot of other names. So an example is what I was talking about earlier was the Jiuqiu Hongmei is like the black tea that is made from the Dragon Well green tea. But instead of being prepared into a green tea, they make it into a black tea. But that, like the harvest season is different. The preparation methods are different. The flavor is wildly different. So yours like Moscato. If it's not from the Longjing region of China, it's just sparkling tea. Well said, Pikachu. Yeah, it is. It's very champagne-like in that way. The one region that is most famous for this kind of naming shenanigan is Wuyi Cha. So Wuyi rock teas, famously, it's like the specific hillside that this tea is grown on is where the name of the tea is. Like there's like a whole category of like Wuyi rock teas that taste they all taste the fucking same. Like let's be so for real, they taste the same. They're delicious, but they all taste the same. But like depending on which mountainside or hillside it grew on, it has a different name. And so there's one that's like people call it the horse meat, ma rou, because it's like It's like a 肉桂 tea that was grown in the farm's name, I think, has like the word ma in it somewhere. I forget. Anyways, it translates horribly. They like shortened it into horse meat because it just like they just took a character from each of the like the what is it? It's like the cultivar name plus the location or something. Anyway, that's the region that is I think most what's the word I'm looking for? Just like weird when it comes to these kind of naming shenanigans. It's fun. It's fun. I find it incredibly pretentious, but you start to get to know the popular ones like really quickly. The famous ones are famous. Like horse meat is famous. So when you see horse meat tea, you're like, ah, right. It's from that specific farm. Maro is wild, right? Yeah. Oh, particular karma. That I think that is like a very good word for the sentence I was trying to construct just now. What I like to drink is wait, what? How do I even pronounce that? Hold on. What is? I'm just gonna Google it. What is this? Oh, it's an Indonesian tea. How do you pronounce that? Wedang? It's an herbal drink. What? Trash? Oh, okay. It's called a trash drink because the ingredients are leaves that fall from the tree. Oh! Wait, I was like, why would you name your drink a trash drink? That's horrible. It's okay. I understand. I am educated now. Well done? Uwa? Well done, uwa? Trash drink. Jesus. This sounds good though. It sounds really like spiced up. I love a good spiced tea. Sounds very comforting. Uwu is trash. Okay, sorry, we got here because I was like, why is this cultivar being used to grow all of these other types of teas? And what does it mean then if you're just getting a ranchi tea? But I'm wondering if it's just listed here as like a... Wait, number 17? Hold on. Ranchi number 17. Why? I always wondered, like, I've seen the numbering system, like Dragon Well also has like a few varieties, one of which had a number to it. What are those numbers? Like, what is that? Why are they called number 17? Is this a Thai tea? What is going on? Want to try a Taiwanese oolong that is nearly impossible to find in Taiwan? Thailand provides this opportunity. What? I'm sorry, I know this is very small. Let me see if I can... How do I... Okay. Independent hybrid. Confused with Qingxin. Many people mistakenly consider... Wait, hold on. Wait, but would Wikipedia lie to me? It literally says the tea is also known as Qingxin, and then this tea website is like, many people confuse it for Qingxin, but it's not. They are like Pokedex numbers. You're right, Kontasho. You're right. This tea is good for your health. It's a mix of herbs, gives you comfort. I can see that, Zenrailgun. Absolutely, with the spices especially. Edit Wikipedia time! Okay, no. But like, is this a reputable source? Like, how do we know? This is why Chinese tea research is so convoluted for me, is that like I'm always finding conflicting reports and there's no like source of truth for any of this, you know? So it's just kind of like whatever is widely accepted is as close to the truth as we're gonna get. Let's edit Wikipedia. Let's go. Nothing is known. It's all vibes. Exactly. What is this? Huh? Does not contain Qingxin at all? What is a landrace variety? I feel like we're going down a rabbit hole. I feel like things are escalating. Holy crap, what is that? Bacterial gel? What? I've never seen a plant like that in my life. That is so cool. Okay, what are we? What? Domesticated, locally adapted, often traditional variety of a species or of animal or plant that has developed over time through adaptation to its natural and cultural environment of agriculture and pastoralism due to isolation from other populations. Land races are distinct from cultivars and from standard Huh? What does it mean? I know that's maize. I know, right? Empyrean, hello. I hope you're enjoying FF14. Good God, what is that? Truly. That looks dangerous. Let's eat it. That's how I feel like the first person who ate a lobster must have been. They must have been so desperate, you know? It does feel like alchemy, doesn't it, Karma? Okay, it's like it's a term for like a species grouping that are like highly localized. Am I understanding that correctly? XM, thanks for the follow. Looks slimy. How does that become tea? I don't think that's tea. I think that is corn? Question mark? Those grapes that grow from a little farm in Italy and is super rare. Wait, what? Huh? Where? Yeah, it seems like a botanical term or an agricultural term. Like hold on. Okay, hold on. Qixin is a landrace variety. Humans didn't participate directly in its creation. So like implying that unlike most of the crops that we know nowadays, which are like bred or like hybrids or something like that, that landrace varieties are plant species that like developed wholly on their own without human intervention. Is that actually what it is? Pastry143, thank you for the raid. What's up? Welcome. Less specific than a cultivar or a breed. That's what I'm getting also. But also like a cultivar or a breed implies human intervention, right? Like we cultivated the cultivar. We bred the breed. A landrace is like a naturally developed species is kind of what I'm getting. Cultivar's just like, I have biology knowledge. I think I can help. We're counting on you. We're so confused. Jesus, herbal research. We are learning about Taiwanese teas and have gone on a little bit of a sidebar because I found out that one of the Taiwanese teas listed here is Renzhi. When we went to the Renzhi Wikipedia page, it said it's like also known as number 17. When I was trying to figure out why it was called number 17, we found this page where it turns out that Renzhi is a hybrid and they're trying to claim that it's not the same thing as Qingxin, which goes directly against what this Wikipedia page said. So now we're like, maybe we should edit the Wikipedia page, but then we're like, is this a reputable source? And where is this information coming from? And then so we kept reading and then it said landrace variety. So I ended up on the Wikipedia page for landrace because I don't know what that word means. So anyways, long story short, I'm on a really long tangent because I don't know words. Will this be a VOD? Yeah, it's on YouTube. The VOD's just gonna chill. You guys can watch me mauled as many times as you want. Feral? Does landrace just mean feral? I'm so confused. Not all land races derive from wild or ancient animal stock. In some cases, notably dogs and horses, domestic animals have escaped insufficient numbers in an area to breed feral populations that form new land races through evolutionary pressure. So what's the threshold, like break point at which something counts as a land race? Like how many generations does my escaped dog have to survive in the wilderness before it becomes a land race and not just like a feral dog? Like, are feral hogs in the South of America a landrace? I know that Taiwan has a history of genetically modifying plants and stuff like their rice. Wait, really? I didn't know that. I mean, I guess we all kind of have a history of genetically modifying our plants and stuff. Tangents are the building blocks of character arcs. Well said, Karma. How many grains of sand in a mound? I'll kill you. I think it's basically an ecotype, but the ecosystem is human-made, like alternating the land acidity. 38 feral hugs! Drops of Saturn picked up what I was putting down. Thank you. Okay, I think the sun is not bothering me anymore. Yippee! It's not bothering me anymore. I've had too much tea and I need to go piss, girl. Hold on, I need to figure out what land races are before I'm allowed to go pee. What is there are differences between authoritative sources on the specific criteria which describe land races. Individual criteria may be weighted differently depending on the given source's focus. Not all cultivars agreed to be land races. Wait. So cultivars can be land races? It's like a subcategory of a cultivar? Not all cultivars agreed to be land races. So then it's also like a society. It's like people decide when something qualifies as a land race. Anyways, exhibit every characteristic of a land race. General features, the character is, okay, morphologically distinctive and identifiable, but remains dynamic, genetically adapted to the conditions of the local. So highly localized was one of the things that I said earlier. Not a product of the formal breed. Okay. Highly localized, not like super humanly tampered with. Okay, so this kind of, the genetic isolation point here, it kind of falls under the like human tampering bullet point. Has a historical origin in a specific geographic area. So there's like, this is kind of like implying like aboriginal usage? Where yield can be measured, a landrace will show high stability of yield even under adverse conditions, but a moderate yield level. What does that even mean? Okay, interesting. A landrace can be a cultivar if people pick it and propagate it clonally. So I guess that goes back to the genetic isolation point here then. Thank you, Marissa. Ecotypes are the same species but with difference in morphological and other characteristics. Mostly happens on plants. There are ecotypes of same species that are cavernous, and other ecotype is for a forest. Same species, so they can breed, different morphology or ecology or something else due to the ecosystem, including ecology and geography. So the highly localized aspect is like important for when we as human beings though decide whether something qualifies as a landrace or not. Halfway to speciation or already speciated. That is a good, I feel like, actually this is morphologically, not, yeah, I don't know. So never mind, it's not ecotype, it's genuinely just subcultivar. Oh, okay. Okay, subcultivar. That actually makes a lot more sense to me. Interesting. I learned a really interesting new word today, guys. I hope you guys are finding this as interesting as I am. I didn't know this was a thing. What a concept. Okay, land race? Sidebar? I guess I'm just gonna write like a highly localized subcultivar with little to none human intervention. I'll say human, like, genetic intervention. Man, this feels like such a large concept for me to have never heard about it before. Pastry, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Also, I forgot to say, I hope you had a good stream. Thank you for the raid also. If you need to go rest, please do, by the way. I know how fucking exhausting it is after stream ends. I've heard of it in Mandarin for a long time, thanks to Wiki for the translation. What is it in Mandarin? Hold on. Let's see. Oh. Ah. 只是品种而已吗？品种不是 variety 吗？ Varietal? 品种。地方品种。Okay, so this literally translates to like place type or place variety. I have heard this term used a lot for tea. And food, actually. Like, I don't know, corn is a common one. What the? Okay. Tana on YouTube side says it's very interesting. Thank you for validating my interest. It's an ecotype, but human. Kotosho's like, I need to figure out how this fits into my like biology knowledge schema. I respect it. How is doggo breed formed? Biology pog. Okay, we learned a word. I don't know that we fully understand it. I'm not reading this whole ass Wikipedia page, but this is very interesting. I might be back. Who knows? Can we bookmark Wikipedia pages? Is that a thing? Never heard of snap melons. Wait, what? Hold on. Snap. Oh! Cute Miss Mellow. What a cute name. Cultivar group. So, okay, hold on. Basket of landrace snap melons. Cucumis mellow. Subspecies agrestis cultivar group Momordica from Pemba town, northern Mozambique. Holy shit. What a disambiguator. The landrace incorporates different colors and patterns of the fruit surface. Is the only melon cultivar group in the northern Mozambique. So I guess this is an example of something that's like morphologically distinctive, but potentially genetically like the same species and even the same cultivar. Huh. I thought those were bread. They do look like bread, especially in the basket. Okay. I'm kind of overwhelmed. This is very interesting. Oh, hold on. I realized I do have a way, what's it called? Instapaper? Instapaper lets you like save articles to read offline, right? I might read this on the plane later. I'm gonna save this. Let me log into my, oh God, I'm hella logged out of I'm logged out of everything. I couldn't even get into Xiaohongshu earlier. We haven't even made it to Xiaohongshu yet, guys. I have a hard stop in 40 minutes. I have to go finish packing. Okay, I'm adding this. I'm gonna save it. Okay, I've saved it to my Instapaper. Cool, I'm gonna read this later. Very exciting. Which trip is the next one? I'm leaving tonight for Taiwan, which is why we're studying Taiwanese teas right now, because I want to be able to ask like meaningful questions to the tea farmers that I meet. My favorite part of going to Hangzhou last year was that I got to meet like 3 or 4 different tea farmers, and I think it's like something about my combined riz with my mom. We're both very like chatty, curious people, especially when it comes to tea, because we're both huge tea nerds. So every time we like met a farmer, we just like start chatting them up. Like we just have I have so many questions about this like tea that you're having me taste right now. And they invariably would like twice that trip I got invited into their farm. They like brought me into their farm or into their house to show me how they were like preparing the tea. It was really fun. And I decided that was my favorite part of like going to tea farms, was chatting up the farmers. So this time I want to be a little less stupid. I want to have more interesting questions to ask them. That's why we're studying. We're this is very like 临时抱佛脚. Like, okay, let me teach you all a Chinese saying. I feel like I brought it up on stream before, but 临时抱佛脚 literally means at the last minute hugging the Buddha's foot. So just imagine like you have a huge exam tomorrow and you haven't studied at all the whole semester, but you really need a good grade on tomorrow's test. So at the last fucking minute, like 3 hours before the test is about to start, you crack open your textbook and you're like, oh my God, please, 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 please. I will believe in God if that is what it takes for me to get an A on tomorrow's exam. That's what 临时抱佛脚 means. Yeah, the heavenly clutch. Well, that's a very good translation, Karma. Heavenly clutch, truly. That's me right now. I'm last minute studying for my Taiwan tea exam, question mark. I just don't want to sound stupid, you know? We need a tea video from Ying. I really want to make tea videos, but I'm also like I'm on the part of the Dunning-Kruger curve where I'm aware of how much I don't know and I feel incredibly stupid, and so I don't feel qualified to make videos. But at the same time, I do recognize that everybody makes videos at their own respective skill levels and interest levels, and like it's fine. I just don't want to like accidentally misspeak and say something wrong because tea is so confusing to me. Taiwan tea cram session. Eric, welcome. I visited Taiwan recently, only drank bubble tea and the tea's on Eva. Oh, wait. They serve tea on the plane? That's nice. Too bad there's no more Taiwan Lucky 5K. What's Taiwan Lucky 5K? I hope you enjoyed your trip, Eric. Welcome to chat. Paris, thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. I need a miracle clutch either for my job or for my mom getting better. Oh no, it's unreal good. I hope your mom gets better and I hope you get a job. Well, wishes for both. Bought some Taiwanese home Taiwanese tea home from a tea fair. Ah, I love a good tea fair, Sky. Where was your... Actually, don't answer that question if it's doxy, but if it's not, where was the tea fair? Because I think the Pacific Northwest just had their tea fair pretty recently. The Seattle one, right? That's an October event, I think. Find joy in the process of learning. Well said. Well said. Where did that come from, though, Cheese Pants? What prompted you to say that? It's like a roller coaster. It is! You end up with 50 Wikipedia tabs, and then you're like, I'm gonna kill myself. West Coast, BC. Oh, okay. So I wasn't that far off. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed your tea fair, it sounds like. What tea did you get? What Taiwanese tea was it? I know nothing about tea, but I do enjoy it. Definitely no knowledge and just yum. Honestly, after years and years and years of like low-key and then now high-key studying tea, I think that's kind of the only correct way to drink tea is to have fun with it. Like if you literally talk to any tea expert in China especially, like the Buddhist monks or whatever, they're very like, tea is what you make of it. Like there's no wrong way to drink tea. And I find that incredibly comforting and soothing and welcoming. So that's the kind of vibe I want to embody when I learn about tea also. This is literally me researching some random bug taxonomy. Literally, the flavor of neurodivergence is equal. I just think having several hundred Wikipedia tabs open is part of the human experience. And if you haven't done it before, then you're missing out. You got a honey black from Leaf and Craft. Oh, yes, the honey notes are like a thing that Taiwanese teas are known for, right, Sky? So I think we were just saying that, was it the baozhong teas have that? Yeah. I think we were reading the baozhong article and it was like honey fragrance. That's the correct way with life. Just enjoy it. I agree. Buddhist monk that hasn't met a British person. Okay, British people are freaks when it comes to tea, okay? They're crazy. The first time I studied abroad in the UK, for those I haven't told that yet too. It comes up a lot in chat, so I'm sure you'll hear it again. But first time in the very beginning when I was studying abroad in the UK, and I watched a British person like brew a cuppa for the first time. Oh my god. I was like, what is happening right now? It was like a cookie jar looking thing on the kitchen counter, and they just open it up and it's just like filled to the fucking brim with like these unlabeled tea bags. And they're just these like usually circles, sometimes squares of, I believe they're all probably English breakfast for the most part. It was just like tea dust in a bag, unlabeled, and like a fucking jar of it. And then they would look at you and go like, 1, 2, and I'm like, 1, 2, what? And they're like, tea bags. And I'm like, oh my god. I guess too. It was incredible. Like, and then everybody was like so opinionated about whether you like take milk and sugar or like honey or lemon with your tea, and they would like fight over it. And then I watched entire debates unfold over our like dorm kitchen table over English muffins and whether like when you have them with tea, do you have them with honey or cheese or I think there was some freak that used Nutella. Like there was always some debate about some incredibly particular, like, just utterly nonsensical tea thing. I was really like, can we just drink the tea? But I appreciate their enthusiasm. I think it's very cute. I think British people are adorable. Cheese in the tea? No, on the English muffin that they're having with the tea. Are English muffins just muffins? English muffins are like they're the same thing. You still have to call them English muffins, because if you just order a muffin, you're gonna get a muffin. Anyway, the etiquette around high tea. First of all, it's not called high tea, it's afternoon tea. High tea is literally like dinner. It's a meal. High tea is a meal. It's called high tea because the working class would have it at the high counters. It was called high tea. Tea is a meal. Tea is a meal. Tea is like dinner. Afternoon tea is the fancy one that you're talking about. There are some etiquette notes, but I don't actually think afternoon tea etiquette is as stringent as like general mealtime etiquette in the UK, which I also learned a lot about and blew my fucking mind. My favorite thing to bring up is you always, always, always have to eat off of the back of your fork. I was at a fancy dinner. It was my friend's like fancy ass wedding, and she had like fine dining out and like the whole fucking like all of the utensils, you know what I mean? So I was coaching everyone around me on how to use them. And then I was like, you want to learn the like actual proper etiquette for how to use this fork? And everyone was like, sure. And I was like, so you can't change hands, first of all. So you can't like use your fork and knife and then pass your fork from your left hand to your right hand. You keep the fork in your left hand and everything goes on the back of the fork. And you can spear things, that's okay. But when it goes to your mouth, the fork is facing downward. Like the curve goes down. And everybody was like, why though? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. That's just fucking etiquette. It's stupid. And the worst part is British people eat a lot of peas. Guess how they eat peas? Off the backs of their forks. You have to like spear a carrot or a potato or something on your plate, and then you bridge the peas like on the back of the fork over the chunk of whatever you've. Oh my god. Etiquette rules, man. Fucking funny. I think this is why I'm like, British people are really funny. British people are just so darling. So cute. So pretentious. And for why? Like, at least French people are kind of assholes about it, which makes it like interesting in a different way. British people are just... Anyway, it is what it is. It's like, this is specifically British high society too, like snobbery, you know? But average British person is not gonna, this is not a thing. Anyway, the Ministry of Silly Dining Habits, exactly. British people are kind of evil, with all due respect. Oh my god, I totally missed Karma's super chat. There's no wrong way to drink tea. Sips coffee. How did I miss that this whole time? Marissa's like barbaric. Okay. At least French people are assholes. Listen, I'm right. Did I lie? Okay. I'm determined to make it through this list before we have to end stream in like 30 minutes. Focus. Asking a person with ADHD to focus is like medieval torture. Anyway, we were at Renshi. That's how we ended up on land race. We're gonna come back now to Jinxuan. Oh, I didn't answer my question. Hold on. I wanna skim at least the rest of this. Okay. I think when there's a number that it's a cultivar. It's like a cultivar identification number. It's the Pokédex. It's the T-Dex. Which implies that Qingxin might have its own number, potentially, if it's a proper cultivar of its own. Hold on. Qingxin tea cultivar. I can't type. Yo, Teapedia? I don't see a number. It is used to produce all of these other teas. Hi, according to some sources, Qingxin and what is this? What is this? What is T-Res? I don't fucking know, bro. T-R-E-S number 17. That doesn't seem right at all. I'm getting Bible verses. T-R-E-S, T acronym? What does that mean? Oh! Taiwan Research and Extension Station. It's a government-sponsored agency. I guess they're the ones who've been going around labeling tea cultivars? I guess that makes sense. Not the Bible verse in Garfield. The tea resistance! I think if we start a tea club, that's what we need to call it. I'm actually thinking about it. I was talking to you guys a few streams ago about how I'm like looking for ways to monetize stream without paywalling content. I hate paywalling content, like it feels bad to me. but I need to eat and I'm unemployed. So I was like thinking about ways to, I don't know, create members only content that doesn't make me feel bad. I think one of the ways we can do it is probably some kind of a tea club, like a monthly tea club. So stay tuned on that. I'll probably set up a Patreon for it. But anyways, maybe we should name it the tea resistance. It's morning, 2 hours difference. Wait, what morning? Oh, are Karma and Zenrail trying to figure out their time zones? Tea dexterity. How quickly can you drink 50 teas? Your tea dex is measured by the amount of time it takes you to brew 5 different kinds of tea. Okay. Anyway, land race I already saved, so I can close it. Aijiao is a Wu Oolong. Aijiao, like short feet? What is that even? Little foot. You've heard of Bigfoot. Now get ready. What the fuck? Okay, so Qingxin also gets conflated with Aijiao. You know what? I don't care. I decided I don't care. Great. I'm happy it has an identification number so I can look it up later. Basically, 软枝 is like debatably maybe the same thing as Qingxin, maybe the same thing as Aijiao, maybe its own thing that is used to make a bunch of different teas that are also listed in this list, such as Baozhong. I'm moving on. Now I'm wondering what breeds our tea are at work. You'd have to like do a genetic sequencing. Pairing tea with books and anthology sounds fun. Yeah! Tea and reading club? Tea book club? Tea game club? Yo. So many ideas. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, wait, no, imagine like, well, I can run them as separate clubs too. I don't know. So many ideas, so little time. A lot of Jinxuan gets sprayed with artificial milky scent. Yeah, Marissa, that's exactly, oh my god, thank you for validating me. That's what we were talking about earlier in stream also. I was like, careful with your milk oolongs because they're not always like genuinely like the actual flavor of the tea. There's a lot of additives for a lot of them, especially the ones sold in the West. So, in the tea, taking the tea and their DNA, indeed. Pulling out all your vials and petri dishes. I just know we have an oolong. I feel like that's enough. Does the oolong taste good? Like, I feel like that's the main question we should be trying to answer here. Okay, let's look at Jinxuan. The Jinxuan is the one that is known as milk oolong. I was actually wondering about that. I wasn't sure if they were like always the same thing or not. You know what? I've decided because stream is so short today, I'm gonna hold my pee. I'm gonna hold it. Okay, Jinxuan. Milk oolong. Oh, it's so recent, from the early 1980s. That's very modern. 奶香, literally milk fragrance. Light creamy floral flavor, cultivated at higher altitudes, popular among tea farmers in Taiwan and Thailand. I'm starting to see a lot of like Taiwan and Thailand. I guess there's a lot of like shared tea preferences between those two countries. Natural trait of the cultivar, not a result of external processing. Some producers create flavored Jinxuan teas by adding flavorings. Reputable sellers will indicate. I swear you can taste it. Yo, number 17. It has an ID. Oh, wait, so is it TTES or TRES? Like, how come in this article it says TTES? I'm just gonna write TRES. I feel like the Pokemon trainer within me is like incredibly satisfied to know that teas apparently have identification numbers. Like I didn't know that. I mean, I kind of knew that because of the launching situation. What was it called? Number 43 or anyways, there's a cultivar that almost nobody grows anymore when it comes to Dragon Ball teas. TRES is the same as TTES. What does TTES stand for? Oh, because it Okay. It's because it used to be called TMES. It got renamed to TTES, and now it's called... Oh, and then it became TTES, but a different... Hold on. Am I crazy, or are these two the same? Am I crazy, or do those both say Taiwan Tea Experiment Station? I'm not crazy. Those are identical. Oh, thank you for the hydrate redeem. Hold on, if you hydrate me more, I'm gonna have to go pee. Karma's like, don't worry, you can still be crazy. Where are we at in our research? We're halfway down the list of Taiwan oolongs. Kami, welcome. They both say Taiwan Tea Experiment Station. Yup. I'm, in this instance, not crazy. Okay, and then it became TRES. I see. So TRES would be the most recent, I guess. Hybrid tea. Oh, they've developed tea varieties. What's Taiwan tea number 18? Tell me more. Ooh! It's a hybrid of the Assamica crossed with a native variety. Ooh! Ooh, it's sweet because of insects. The leaf hopper. Ooh! This is cool. Ha! Wait, Taiwanese tea has its own fucking Wikipedia article. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Oh no. We're not, guys, I have bad news. I only have 27 minutes left. Bug tea. Well, so, Marissa, we were seeing earlier that there was another tea. Guys, what were we looking at? Do you remember? The one that had the... It was Dongfang here. It had the leaf hopper. I'm wondering if maybe a lot of these use specifically the same insect? But like, I guess bug teas are just like a thing. Like, we just, like, you want the bugs to bite your plant. This whole time I thought we were supposed to be keeping bugs away, you know? Don't leave hop. Stay faithful. Never kill yourself. Karma, thank you as always for the super. I appreciate it. Part 2 tea stream. Yeah, honestly, I'm not against it. We can do so many tea streams, guys. We can do infinite numbers of these. Okay, so half of tea's flavor is bugs. I guess it depends on what tea, because well, at least my only reference point where I was like really deeply immersed, steeped in the tea, shall we say, was when I was in Longjing. And like they were telling me about the farmers were telling me about how they raise their dragon well plants, and they were all really proud about how they don't use any pesticides and it's like certified organic. But they were also saying that they have to employ methods to like avoid bugs on the plants though. Like that was still a thing that had to be avoided for dragon well. So I guess maybe that's why dragon well is so bland, because it's not being bitten by bugs. It hasn't undergone enough suffering, which makes it kind of milquetoast. This is the oppression Olympics of tea now. You'll be hugging the Buddha's leg on the plane. I will be. I'm going to be saving these Wikipedia articles. You know what? Fuck, I'm going to save this Wikipedia article right now. I'm going to save it right now to read on the plane. Damn. Where's my Instapaper? I love Instapaper. I should really pay for premium. How do I... Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm in. The fact that the bugs aren't crushed, but the plants are seduced by the bugs. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Terroir plays a big role too. Trace minerals and whatnot influence flavor. Yeah, and that's why like the location of the tea matters so much, because a lot of times like it's a bunch of different teas, but they're grown in different regions, which is why the region matters when you're naming the tea. Like it actually influences the flavor, which I guess is the same argument that like Champagne France makes, right? If it's not grown in Champagne, it's just sparkling tea. Anyway, where were we? We were reading Bug Bitten Oolongs. Wait. It says citation needed, but allegedly Queen Elizabeth II named the Oriental Beauty, which really explains why it's called the Oriental Beauty. This whole time I was like, so like, why are we orientalizing ourselves, fam? Now I get it! Because a British person named it! Oh, man. Great! Today I learned citation needed. Cool. Bug bitten. The more you know. The more you know. But citation needed, guys. We don't know if that's real. We don't know. 贵妃. Ooh. Wait. So. Oh, okay, okay. It's just the Alishan Wulong and the Dongfang Meiren that are bug bitten then. So are the other ones just like not? Wait, but then weren't we reading that the Black Jade one also is bug bitten? But well, I guess this is under a different category because it's like the new, the hybrid development. New Niantic game, VRT production, needs pics of made drink teas to level. Kami, I love how nonsensical that was, and yet I understood 100% what you're getting at. This would make a banger Niantic game. Iron Goddess is one of your favorites, guy? Might as well. I credit Iron Goddess as my gateway tea. I obviously like drink a lot of tea growing up, but it was Iron Goddess that made me think like, oh shit, like maybe I want to get into teas more. Like I want to be more serious about it. Okay, we read Jinxuan, we read Ranzhi, we're on Black Oolong. This is a dark roasted oolong. No, so, oh my god, maybe I should edit this Wikipedia article because that's not the same thing at all. Like a dark roasted oolong and a black oolong are not the same. A black tea specifically goes through black tea preparation processes, which arguably is just a heavier oolong. So I guess that's not wrong exactly. But you're just taking leaves that are usually developed into oolongs and like making them into a black tea instead. That's all it is. But like a lot of black teas are not, like they're not defined by their roast. Only oolongs are roasted. Maybe I do need to edit this article. Once I gain a little more confidence, we can have a Wikipedia tea page editing stream. Okay. High mountain or Gaoshan. There are several varieties of oolong grown in the mountains of central Taiwan. Alishan. What is Wu She? Lishan? Is that Yushan? Maybe you can add that to the list of questions you can ask in Taiwan. You mean the black versus darkly roasted? That's very different. I feel like dark roasted oolongs are usually called like Tanpei Tieguanying, like, or like Tanpei Oolong. Like they would literally just be labeled dark roasted. They wouldn't be called black. Oolong Hong Cha, or it wouldn't be Oolong Hong Cha then. That makes no sense whatsoever. Would it be like Alishan Hong Cha? That would make more sense because then it's like the region of growth plus black tea processing. Maybe. I don't know. Wikipedia struggle session. It's part of the charm. Okay. 铁观音. What is 木扎? It's from Anxi County. And then there's a Taiwan. Oh! So even 铁观音 is not... I guess Taiwan like popularized it. Near Taipei. It's similar to Anxi 铁观音. Oh, now I'm wondering if the 铁观音 that I grew up drinking, if that's like the Anxi one or the Taiwan one. I don't know. 四季春乌龙, Four Seasons, a beloved and popular choice in Taiwan. I love how in my head that just says mucha. Okay, cool. Wait, Darjeeling? What? Oh, it is India. Darjeeling oolong? Wait, I want to taste... Hold on. So it's the Darjeeling varietal that's used to grow Darjeeling tea, but they grow it like in Taiwan instead, and then they prepare it like it's an oolong. That sounds like it would taste amazing because Darjeeling's flavor profile is like really complex. Some smoked oolong. Oh, I'm not that into smoked teas, to be honest. Like even the tea I'm drinking today, it's one of my favorite go-to teas. It's the lapsang, which is famously traditionally smoked. I don't drink it smoked. I only buy the unsmoked version. Vietnamese oolong. Hold on, no, this is just the oolong page. So this isn't necessarily Taiwanese methods. This is Chinese methods in general, like as a more broad. Okay. Great. I read that as tea gremlins. I feel like I've looked into gremlins before. Anyways, I want this page instead. Whoa, this is cool. This looks like an influencer ass shot. Johan, hello! We'll be lurking for the good tea vibes. Absolutely. Please enjoy your lurk. It's good to have you. Your confused face always gets me. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself because I spent half of stream being very confused. Okay. God. Okay, we just read about all of the oolongs, but I want to make sure I didn't miss. Hold on. We got Gaoshan oolong. We talked about Dongting. We talked about Jinxuan, Baozhong. The bug-bitten ones are the Dongfang Meiren and also the Alishan oolong. Iron Goddess is Tieguanying. Tieguanying is usually partially roasted and partially oxidized, but... Oh! So the lighter and greener ones that I like are from Anxi province. So that answers my question. I prefer the Anxi Tieguanying. I'm not as much of a Taiwan Tieguanying person because they're is that Mu Zha? It's a district. Whoa! It's named after the wooden fences built in the region to defend against attacks by Taiwanese indigenous people. Oh dear. Some complicated feelings reading that. Okay. Yeah, I always forget that like Taiwan is a region. I mean, I don't forget, but I like forget to actively think about the fact that Taiwan is a multiple times colonized region. Oh dear. Exactly, Johan. Oof. Whew, okay. Anyway, Muzha Tieguanying. Traditional method is roasted longer. Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? I'll write that down. Mu zha. Mu 炸怎么写？怎么那么怪个字？ I don't even know what the strokes are. Can I remember how to write here on my own? I think so. Guan Ying. Oh yeah, Guan Ying is easy to write. Okay, we're good. Taiwanese is more heavily roasted than the Anxi version. Cool. Okay. Ah, Hong Oolong. Hold on, wait, what? Or also known as Guifei Oolong. Eh? Eh? Wait, I saw this at a tea festival that I went to, and then we had a whole conversation about whether or not this qualifies as a red tea or an oolong. Sorry, when I say red tea, I mean black tea, like Westerners would call it black tea. As a red tea or an oolong tea. And they were like, it's a red oolong. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? They were like, it's somewhere in between. And I was like, ah! I got very confused. But I guess it's literally just called a red oolong. Isn't that confusing? Yeah, I think the Chinese name was literally Hong Oolong. I'm like trying to remember what the sign was on the shop. It said Hong Oolong. Okay. Basically, it's rolled and crushed first, so it's more oxidized. And because it's more oxidized, it's more close to a standard like red tea / black tea preparation method, which is why it tastes more like a red tea. But then does that not mean that it's just a more oxidized oolong? Like, because it's still an oolong like preparation, so do they still roast it? I have a lot of questions. I also didn't know it was called Guifei Oolong. Hold on, I'm looking it up. I always have to remind myself to scroll past the AI bullshit at the top. Okay, Guifei Oolong. Oh, so small. Wow, look how big that leaf is. Oh, sorry, my camera's kind of covering it. Let me move myself. I would drink that tea and that influencer pic. It looks good. I know, me too. Especially on a cold day. God, this is really small. Honey, honey, and more honey. Okay, this isn't answering my questions. R/T is fun, but I want like an article, you know? Ohio Tea Company. Why not? Bug bitten because it's left on the stem while it undergoes oxidation. What? Is that what makes it bug bitten? I don't think that's quite right. I don't think that's what qualifies a tea for bug bitten. That's just oxidation. What the fuck? There's so many words and everybody's using them differently. I was so confused. This tea is named for Yang Guifei, the favored consort of Emperor Shunzong and known as one of the 4 beauties of ancient China. Okay. Ohio skibbity. Stop. Stop! Why are you like this? Concubine tea. Briefly allowed to be attacked by insects. Okay, yeah. That's... Wait, that's not... Hold on. Nobody's using these terms. That's the larger category. I thought we were... Hold on. Okay, what sucks is that Guifei Oolong is being simultaneously used, I think, to describe the red oolong, but also the Dongfang Meiren Oolong. The one that's like... Fuck, where is it? I don't know. It's in here somewhere. The Dongfang Meiren, like the Oriental Beauty one, which is very bug-bitten. So many words and everyone's using them differently. Aliens visiting her. Ying tried to pass as a believable human challenge. Difficulty level impossible. Oh, Zodi, thank you for stretching me. Oh, little arm circles. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm going insane. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Okay. Shoulder rolls. Thank you for the stretch redeem. Really needed that. Yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it because this is like rolled into little balls and I'm looking for red oolong. I'm calm. Citation needed. I want that on a t-shirt. I want a white t-shirt that just has the black brackets and the blue citation needed. Maybe we need to raise funds to go to T-Res itself and talk to the teologists. I need to film a whole ass documentary. Anyway, great. I think I'm gonna make this a question, which is like, what the fuck is Hong Oolong? Yeah. I'm just gonna write that in English. Red Oolong as a category. Like, what defines the boundaries of the category? I feel like it's a new enough like thing that maybe it's just not very well defined yet. Okay, scented oolongs. Scented teas. Osmanthus oolong. That is popular. Rose is popular too. Orange blossom sounds really nice. Found more info on the leaf hopper that includes the guifei. Oh, Sky, thank you for searching. Then I dug deeper and I found something horrible. Everything online was wrong. Karma picked up what I was putting down earlier. Hi. Okay. Sky over on YouTube side has a cited paper. Yo. We love a whole fucking paper. Is this the one? I think this is the one. Yeah. The title is Redefining the Tea Green Leaf Hopper. Yeah. This is the one. Yo. I'm always like, I wanted, for the ages, I've wanted to make like, you know that entire genre of like ASMR videos that are really unhinged? Like, your yandere girlfriend lovingly breaks your leg or whatever, and ASMR. I want that, but for research papers. The tea green leafhopper, a member of the Hemiptera order and family, I can't fucking pronounce that, was once considered a nuisance due to its harmful effects on tea plants. However, recent research has reevaluated its potential economic benefits to the tea industry. Like, I just do a stupid fucking ASMR whisper voice reading into higher scientific papers. I just think it would be fun. I think it would be incredibly, like, I would not actually retain any of the information, but I think it would make good ASMR. I know folks who would love to have papers read to them while doing research. Family, I cannot fucking read that. Exactly, Greg. C ka del e day. New ASMR series coming up. Oh my god, this paper is insane. Hold on, I'm adding this to my Insta paper too. Do you think it'll let me? Do you think it's like literally too big? Hold on, add link. There was an error parsing that article. It would not let me add it. It would not let me add it. That's rough. Yes, Kontosho, thank you. I appreciate it. How do you know? Is it just like because it's all Latin and then you just follow Latin rules? Maybe I need to learn Latin rules before I start doing these ASMR videos. And before the researchers find your ASMR, use it to sleep. It's a little cicada. I need to bookmark this article. I need to actually sit down and like read it. Like read it. This is fun. Thank you. Who was it? Sky? Sky found it earlier? YouTube side? Appreciate it. I'm glad nobody at Fairy Slash both seem down for this stupid ASMR idea too. I'm happy to hear that you guys are down. If it even gets 20 views, we'll call it a win, okay? The algorithm fucking hates me because I don't sell out enough. Oh, that being said, I did recently just quote unquote sell out. It was like one of the rare moments where the thing to do, the thing where if I were selling out was also the thing I genuinely wanted to do. Like whenever the Venn diagram overlaps, I go for it. And in this case, it was Jane Doe. So my Jane Doe cover's out if you haven't seen it yet. We speed ran it a little bit. I'm very proud of the end result. I think it turned out really well. Selling out is for the attached. What does that mean, Karma? Just don't go down the rabbit hole of classic Latin pronunciation. Oh my god, I like low-key almost did that. So when I was studying around in the UK, it was a pretty fancy school, and they, whenever we had a formal dinner, they would read grace in Latin. They would say Latin grace. And the graduation ceremonies were 100% conducted in Latin. There wasn't a single English sentence spoken at this UK graduation, okay? It was all Latin. I was like, you guys are so fucking pretentious. This is why I hate British people. Affectionate. I was like, I hate British people. Affectionate is very like, that's the mood. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, go see it. Indeed, Kami, well said. Why are we doing tea research? Welcome, Ayumi. I'm going to Taiwan literally tonight. And it's literally, I'm specifically going to Taiwan for tea. My only goal is tea. So I need to at least know the basics before I go. The Anglican goes deep. Truly, truly, so deep. Okay. I love how bubble tea gets one line. Cool. I think we actually made it to the end of this article, like pretty much perfectly at the end of stream. We're at the 1 hour 56 minute mark, which means I now get 4 minutes to say goodbye to you guys. And then I'm gonna close stream, finish packing, and hightail it to the fucking airport. I'm like barely packed, but it's okay. The hard part is done. I think the hard part is packing is like figuring out what you're gonna wear and like what's weather appropriate. So I thankfully bought a new raincoat pretty recently because it's like basically typhoon weather right now in Taiwan. It's not great. Don't crash. Thank you. I'm gonna do my best, but I don't pilot that plane. At least I splurged a little bit on my flight over. I used mileage. I booked with mileage and I got economy, like premium economy. So at least I think I'll be able to recline to like maybe 45 degrees. Take a little nap. Thank you for hydrating me. I appreciate it. Okay, So the stream plan, because I'm traveling so much over the next several weeks, again, for those who missed it, I already did LA and Banff. Starting tonight, I'm continuing. It's gonna be Taiwan, Shanghai, Tokyo, LA, Houston. I'm gonna die. So because of that, I'm not gonna be able to keep up my twice a week streaming schedule. However, I think I can do once a week. So I'm gonna do a stream, because when I'm in Shanghai, I'm just kind of at home, you know, like I'm with relatives. So I'm gonna do a stream from Shanghai off my laptop, and we'll just talk about like what I did in Taiwan. I think that'll be fun. I'll show you guys the teas that I got, and like we'll do some story times. I'll have some photos of the tea farms. And so that's my like Shanghai week. And then the week after that, I might try to stream from Tokyo. We'll see. If that doesn't work out, you'll have to wait till I get home, and then I'll do a stream while jet lagged as fuck. So that's the plan for a once per week stream over the next 3 weeks. What day? Probably it'll be Thursday or Friday. So either the day before Halloween or Halloween. I guess it would be technically shifted earlier. It would be 29th or 30th for anyone in the West, because we'll be a day ahead in China. So I'll have the stream reservation up as early as I can, so you can bookmark it that way on YouTube at least. Okay, great. Thank you guys for joining me for another fun stream. I realize I'm a little bit over time. Actually, I'm a little late for my meeting and my packing. So I'm very excited. I'm also very stressed, very tired. Oh, I can't J1 something, yeah. Oh my God, it's like so small I can't even see it. Hold on. Let me see what your name is. Xie, welcome. Thank you for the safe flight wishes. I appreciate it. I will see you all in about a week. Once a week for the next month or so. I'm sorry for the decreased rate. I will continue the music uploads at the same rate that I have been doing, which is once a month. So keep an eye out for those. And if I can, I'll try to do some travel shorts, but I'm not promising anything. I hate editing while I'm traveling. Have a good travel and packing, and you're so right. I need to go pee. Okay. Anyways, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, have a wonderful time of day. I hope Automatic lets you say pee soon, Mika. Thank you all for joining me for a tea research stream. I'm probably not gonna rate anyone because I need to get the fuck out. So see you all next time. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope this was fun. I had fun. I always like nerding out on stream. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.